taking away the fundamental land-sea barrier is a game changer.
What we know for sure is that infrastructure creates development. We've seen it on the Øresund region, and we'll surely also see that in the Femern when the Femern Tunnel comes. In addition to what happened on the Øresund, we'll have opportunities here also more on the rural side. I mean, the islands of Lolland and Falster will benefit from this and can benefit from this, and they really need it because they have both some financial and some social problems down there.
It will open up for new economies of scale, for new cooperation. It will open up for getting together, for pooling resources. But there's no doubt in my mind that this is not going to take place by itself. You have to find out where are the opportunities, where are the possibilities of change, and you have to find some way to smooth this operation. You have to market that there are possibilities, and you have to look at the regulation systems. To change regulation systems is extremely difficult. It is extremely expensive. To market possibilities is not that difficult. It is easy, it costs a little money, but the consequence of marketing possibilities would probably be much larger than to change regulation systems.
Well, I think that one of the things, obviously, with the new transport opportunities, the mobility, the speeding up, is going to establish greater connectivity in the region, and I hopefully create opportunities for people to join up as one big regional community. Particularly interesting in the context of research and innovation, with projects like ESS in southern Sweden, with XFEL in Hamburg. Certainly there's a vision for creating a large materials research community that will be supported by the string developments.
Well, I believe that the string region has a great capacity to become leading in Europe on sustainable development, and for the region to become leading, it needs to integrate more. So the tunnel is, of course, very, very important. But we shouldn't underestimate the challenge of building a sustainable corridor, because it implies much more with infrastructure. We need new innovations, we need changes on lifestyle and social changes, and we also need institutional changes. So in the kind of development we're talking about now, the government has a very important role to play. But I think this initiative in the string region shows that policymakers are taking the challenge seriously. So it's a good start, and I'm very hopeful about the future.
I think the string idea is a great idea to bring people together, tourists as well as private persons, artists, businessmen. But bringing only goods from A to B will not be the future of our region. So we also have to develop how can that be done in a climate neutral way, or maybe in a positive way. This can be done by knowledge, by working in different ways together. And the other thing is how to bring the people mentality-wise together to build up a new region, which has been a region in the past, but will play in the future a very different role.
Yeah, actually, the tunnel will certainly bring a better connectivity between both sides. And so my perspective or my vision would be that the region sees itself as a joint region, actually, which is not the case at the moment. And that would allow to have new future developments. And I would hope that the corridor, the string corridor, can become one of the leading regions in Europe in green growth, or I would say new sustainable ways of future development. That this could really become a future position, because it's a privileged region from this point of view, with wind energy and other sources and skills in the universities, but they have to be brought together, and that's a real task that has not been achieved up to now.
us working with quite a lot of infrastructure issues, mainly related to energy, but related also to waste and in particular mobility with transport solutions. We see a lot of opportunities in this area, and also a lot of projects going on already that could be fostered into even more value if we work quite strongly with especially collaboration, and that goes before we do the bigger infrastructure investments planned in the area, but also after of how we really mobilize and utilize those investments to strengthen the region.
What I expect is that the large centers, the metropolitan units, which is Hamburg with Lübeck, which is Copenhagen with Malmö and Lund, they will have a new cooperation due to the change in the distance between them in time. And they will have cooperating in their business, in their successful clusters, in their research organizations, and that I think will more or less be only a growth issue. The more peripheral parts of the corridor, namely South Denmark and northeast of Germany, there it's more difficult because they will lose when the tunnel is ready. They'll lose all the construction personnel, they'll lose all the people who sail the ferries, sell issues on the ferries at the same time, and that'll be a little shock to the economy. But hopefully they will be mobilized so that this shock can be counteracted by new opportunity taken.